The ninth question is the second question we want to look at in this list of 11 questions, because all the other questions are just about defending Solis and discrediting the Spanish witnesses. But these two particular questions are about the Tainos. So, question number 9 says, Si saben Mencia, Tebanico, Escobar, Catalina, Miguelico, Naborías del dicho Francisco de Solís ser indios e indias, especialmente Mencia, y Allende de ser india es esclava de Gonzalo de Villegas, the best friend, personas que siendo indias caben en ellas las sobredichas tachas de los indios y tales de presumir y creer. This question rides on the previous question, question number 8, talking about the indigenous people's character and beliefs. This question number 9 is saying, did your answer for question number 8 also apply to the witnesses in this trial? Villegas responds about his own slave the following: que aunque les haga mucho bien, si no están contentos, luego se quejan. Por tales, este testigo los tiene. Y si les mandan muchas veces el propósito que tiene, que esto es notorio. Juan de Aguirre said, I already answered that question. Rodrigo Manzorro says the same thing. My answer to number 8 applies to them. Juan Carrillo Mejia, who was the original prosecutor in the case and also best friends with Solis, says he can't apply his answer to number 8 to them or to any of the other ones because he doesn't know them. Pero Hernández, el herrero, and he says in the answer to number 9, no conoce las dichas indias, pero que bien cree que las dichas tachas o stories caben en ellos, y por lo que dicho tiene y por otras muchas cosas que les ha visto hacer a los indios en esta isla. So I don't know them, but I would apply what was said to them. Pedro Benitez says, you know what? I was the one who told the story about the native woman trying to get her husband burned. So, a la novena pregunta dijo lo que tiene dicho y lo cree de todos los indios. Alonso Gutierrez, to question number 8, said, yes, that's totally true. They are horrible people. And that's why their testimony should not be included. Alonso Gutierrez, in his answer to number 9, he says that he doesn't know them, so he can't say anything about them. The judge rests his case after all of these testimonies and all of these witnesses. But by May 27, 1510, Solis is getting very restless. He hasn't heard anything. So he sends a letter to the judge again. And in this letter, he tells the judge, just admit that you couldn't find me guilty and let me out. I need a response. I do not know why you're taking so long. I already told you that these people are all lying. You couldn't prove your case. So give me a verdict. And he was found guilty. The judge ruled on the 14th of August. And so he took his sweet time. From May to August is how many months? This is June, July, August. 3 months to make this decision. And he made it without Solis or his lawyers present. He was told as part of his punishment that he was banished from La Villa de Santiago. He also could not return to Santiago without the express permission of the judge/prosecutor, el alguacil mayor Marcos de Aguilar. He's given another fine of gold. And then Solis is informed of the decision on the 17th of May, 1510. Solis is furious, and he goes on to appeal the decision on August 21st, and he sends his lawyer back with an appeal letter to the judge. The judge says to come back in a couple of days for a decision. Again, this judge is not interested in giving him a decision, so he denies his appeal, stating that the defendant didn't suffer any harm from the sentence. But on January 17th, 1511, Solis presented himself in person to the judge once again and asked to have his appeal granted. Aguilar informed him that he had to go to Spain in order to be granted the type of appeal that he wanted, and that he had permission to leave on the next ship out. We don't have the appeal documents, but it seems like the Spanish Supreme Court upheld the decision because we have a Francisco de Solis durante el repartimiento de 1514, but in Santo Domingo and not in Santiago.